Hey guys, welcome back to Socrates Jones, the game where... Okay, Dad regress? To deteriorate to an earlier state. The game where my daughter is giving me some kind of, like... quiz? Okay, fallacy. A logical flaw. I can't believe I'm being quizzed on vocabulary by my daughter. I can't believe it either, you blow. And qualification. Come on, Dad. Something you need to qualify? Like a law degree? Close enough. Useless. Can we stop now? Well, that depends. Promise not... What? Fuck. Promise not to stumble over you... whatever. Hey, I didn't do that badly. In the end, I earned all the style points. Yeah, you were at least smart enough not to accept Youth Pro's ideas. Though I could have done without the holy pun. I'm trying to keep our spirits up. I'm allowed a bad pun or two. He is a dad. He's allowed to dad joke occasionally. Ari, and this is your way of doing that? Abda, who's next? There are many philosophers in the intelligible realm. One, however, has come forth with the claim that he knows you personally. Knows me? Yes. But that makes no sense. How could he possibly know you? I don't know. Maybe one of my old fraternity friends became a famous philosopher without me knowing. One of your friends? I doubt that. Well met, Socrates, my old friend and colleague. I believe I can help you on your quest to find the nature of morality. Great, thanks. Actually, I don't believe we've ever met before. Oh, I feel bad now. What? Come on now, you must remember me. Look at this face. Surely a name comes to mind. Dumbledore. So bad. Protagoras! How could you have forgotten? We debated in Athens millennia ago. I've never even been to Athens. Are you not the great thinker, Socrates? No! Well, to be fair, I am a Socrates, but enough! Even if you have sadly forgotten my old friend, I'll be happy to share my lessons with you. Well then, let us hold our discussion together in our own persons, making trial of the truth and of ourselves. Badass. Presentation, the source of the self. Simple elimination will demonstrate morality can only come from one place. Your conversation with Youth Pro has demonstrated that morality doesn't come from the gods. And clearly morality doesn't originate from rocks and trees. Thus, the only possible source of morality is human valuing. As you can see, man is truly the measure of all things. I hope my lesson was informative, my old friend. I've told you Pythagoras. I don't know you. Chill, Dad. At least he's being polite. You don't know how that will change if he discovers you're an accountant. And what's wrong with being an accountant? It's a perfectly acceptable profession. Well, Socrates Jones, what do you think? Has Protagoras found the nature of morality? Is he trying to bait me? I think I'd like to ask you a few questions before I make that decision. Certainly, my friend. Ask away. Alright, let's give this another go. Whoosh! Oh god, I've become everything I've ever hated. I always rip on people who make car sounds or shooting sounds or just video game sounds. I'm like, dude, the game makes the sounds for you. You don't have to. And here I am going whoosh when the argument thing pops up. Oh god. I really have become everything I've ever hated. Just so we're clear, it's 5 a.m. I'm sitting at my computer playing basically a reskin of a Japanese Nintendo DS visual novel. I'll just let that sink in for a moment. Anyway, back to the game. Okay, can only come from one place. Oh, never mind. Alright, let's see. You can conversation with your demonstrated that morality doesn't come from the gods. Yeah, originate from the rocks and the trees. Thus, the only possible source of morality is human valuing. I'll ask for clarification. What does that mean? My apologies. You see, morality is a matter of preference. As a result, it's different for each person. Therefore, whatever an individual believes to be right is right. Okay. Statement updated. Whatever an individual believes to be right is right for that individual. Press for backing. What evidence do you have to support that? It's the only remaining option, my friend. Is that not enough? Hold on, Protagoras? Protagoras. Yes, my friend. Look, I understand what you're going for here, but I can't help but feel your argument is based entirely on elimination is a bit weak. I mean, no matter how many sources you eliminate, there's always the possibility that there are others you have overlooked. If I'm to accept your argument, I would like to be supported by something more. Indeed, I was just thinking the same thing. What do you guys reckon the odds are that this is, the real Socrates? Or the real Aslan? Indeed, I was just thinking the same thing. Yes, I suppose you have a point. You are just as insightful as I remember, Socrates. Very well, let me approach this lesson from a different angle. I nearly did it again. I was like, in my brain, I was like, whoosh. I was like, no! When it comes down to it, morality is a matter of value. Morality is a matter of values. However, different people have form different values. There are no things upon which everyone can agree. It would be arrogant to assume that any position is wrong. Thus, we can only conclude that morality is entirely relative. And there we go. Huh? How interesting. I like this argument. It says I can do whatever I want. That's not what he's saying. At least, I hope not. Well, Socrates. Once again, I'd like to ask a few questions. Of course, my friend. Ask away. Alright. When it comes down to his morality is a matter of values. However, different people form different values. Press for backing. What evidence do you have to support this? You just finished debating with your Euthyphro. Tell me, what do you think he valued? Piety, the gods, and being a condescending jerk! Indeed. And do you value these same things? No. Exactly. You two built your moral systems on different values. This is just one example. In the world, there are many more. Alright. There are no things... There's a challenge here. Your face is ugly. Alright. There are no things... Press for backing. I find that hard to believe. Is that so? You remember our old Athenian democracy, don't you not? Sure, why not? Well then, surely you must also remember that on most issues people disagreed on what was the right way to vote. Some thought our penalties for crime were too harsh, while others thought our penalties were not harsh enough. Why, as you know, it was even argued that you should be put to death for speaking out. Wait, what? Speech penalty out of the idea slate. I got this. Yep. It'd be arrogant to presume that any position is wrong. Challenge. Speech penalty. Nonsense! I did it again! I hate myself. Hold it right there, old friend. I still can't buy your argument. You claim that it's impossible to say someone else's values are wrong, but it's simply not true. Oh, come now, old friend. Stop saying old friend. Not impossible, arrogant. Do you really believe we have the right to say that one who believes that eating beef is immoral? I'd like to put forth a different example. You yourself said there are individuals, my nose is itchy, who believe that those who speak out should be executed, did you not? Of course. Well, I was thinking about the position of these individuals, and it occurred to me, without a free and open debate, we wouldn't even be able to discuss the things we are here. Oh, excellent observation, Socrates. Apparently that's what I think it sounds like. Actually, it should be like, excellent observation, Socrates. Excellent observation, Socrates. Apparently I do it. My Mickey Mouse isn't that bad. Like, maybe a little bit of polish, but... Thank you, Avatar. Thank you, Avatar. Protagoras, just for a moment, consider the consequences of that argument. If free speech were punished, so society would stagnate, science and thought would come to a halt. Such side effects should not result from logical thinking. Free speech is one of many things we now consider to be rights. Society is improved by their existence, and I should fucking set myself to do not disturb on Skype. I forgot, because I always forget. I'll just mute it for now. Society is improved by their existence. Can you really argue that those who believe such things should be persecuted have validation? I hardly think it arrogant to express doubts in this position. Dad, this is actually kind of impressive. She's always there. Well constructed, Socrates! I don't know. The fact is, while you can argue most things are based upon the individual, your philosophy falls apart when dealing with extremes. Such positions are indefensible regardless of what an individual thinks. And thus, morality cannot be entirely determined by the individual. Get dunked! Oh shit, he's got his counter-argument. I don't know if you guys ever played Phoenix Wright, but you always knew you were going to have a bad time where you're all like, suck a dick, Edgeworth! Here's my argument! And then he's all like, you're like making all these points and he starts tapping his temple. He's like tap, 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 and like you're just like, fuck. And then he always rips out some sweet counter-argument. I appreciate the energy, old friend. You phrased some good points. I must confess, though, I'm a little confused as to why you have suddenly changed your position on free speech. Wait, what? The original Socrates was anti-free speech, Dad. Though, come to think of it, that didn't stop him from complaining when he was put to death for blasphemy. Everyone makes mistakes. Regardless, my counter-argument is solid, right? No, not quite. What? You raised some good points, but not perfect points. Give me a moment, and I will show you the flaws in what you have just proposed. There's an alarm going off somewhere in my house. It is true, my friend, that most people agree on things such as free speech. However, that does not mean such things are universal goods. Oh. For example, if one was to yell "fire" in a crowded theater, causing mayhem and panic, it's hard to see how that instance of speech would then be good. As morality is affected by a situation, it cannot be objective. And there you have it. Rights, as a legal institution, may be good, but the morality of how you use them can vary. Very interesting points. Very well, Socrates. You may now ask Protagoras your questions. Of course, Arbiter. Okay, now I don't want to just click random stuff because it makes me kind of feel like it hurts the good of the game, it hurts the validity of it. Like, I'm just like, I'll just click stuff until I get the right one. Which is kind of what happened with Euthipro, but you know, whatever. It is true, my friend, that most people agree on things such as free speech. Not mean this universal goods, for example. Question. Press for backing. Can you back that up for me? I really don't see what's wrong with yelling "Fire!" What? Fire? Where? Goddamn Voltaire, will you play with the matches again? Oh my god, we're all gonna die! We're already dead! And we're gonna die! Ah! Well, gentlemen, worry not, there is no fire. Socrates, refrain from causing unnecessary panic in the future. Sorry. Old friend, I believe you just demonstrated my point. You should always have the right to speak carelessly, but that does not mean doing so is good. Wait. As morality is affected by the situation, it cannot be objective. Challenge. I get this. I've got you. Question relevance. How's valid to your conclusion? That is my conclusion. Is it? Like, this is the weak point. It's here. I mean, if I remember correctly, your philosophy is that morality comes from individual right? Oh, looks like I've found it. Yes, my friend, that is correct. I see. Protagoras! You have indeed raised an interesting counterpoint to mine. Thank you, old friend. Does that mean you're ready to accept the validity of my teachings? On the contrary, you see, you've also demonstrated why it would be foolish to do so. What? You just argued that morality can be affected by situation, correct? Yes? That actions that would be correct in one place would be incorrect in another. Indeed, where are you going with this? Well, it's an interesting observation, but it runs against the grain of what you said earlier. For if morality is affected by the situation, then there are clearly factors other than the individual that affect it. Oh wow, that's right. I don't believe it. It seems to me you have two choices, but both with the same results. You can either maintain the assertion that morality is situation dependent and your philosophy is undermined, or you can retract it, thus giving credibility to my original complaint. But either way, the idea that morality is entirely individual is thrown into question. What do you say to that? Dots. ... Ha! Socrates, your rhetorical techniques have not dulled in these years. Perhaps my position is indeed on shakier ground than I realized. You've given me much to consider. I can write a thesis on it all. And you too, Protagoras. You just may have been onto something with your idea that the correct action can change based on the situation. Finding out why it does, that's going to be the hard part. Protagoras, you are dismissed. Thank you for your input. Thank you, Arbiter. Socrates, I believe you have it in you to win this great wager, just as you did before. Wait, what? Okay, I'm actually going to leave it on that cliffhanger there. I'll catch you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Socrates Jones. I know I did. It was a lot easier than debating the gods guy. And I got to yell fire, and like people were blaming Voltaire. It was great. It was great. Anyway, so yeah, on that note, I'll catch you guys later, and thanks for watching.